All right, hey guys. I haven't done a just tech video in about a week now since we had the big kind of sell-off bounce in the MJ sector. So thought I'd do one today on CHV Canada House Wellness Group. I'm actually taking a little different approach on the stock. I'm building a bit of a position on it because I see value to the upside, and I also hear some rumors that they're pretty high up on the list for a license coming. That's some fundamental stuff. I don't follow it too much, but just chart based, kind of looking at these kind of levels here. So this kind of dropped down to this 16-cent level, where this was a crazy market sell on this day. This was actually a steep decline to a bounce and recovery where the bulls bought up the dip, and then we came back in, and we kind of just been clipping along here, bouncing off of these lows of kind of 20 cents. But I noticed that in this week, this is the 1 week time frame, by the way, so remember 5 trading sessions per candle. So Monday to Friday is in each one of these candles. So I'm starting to notice in the last couple weeks we came down. We didn't really take too much part in that bull rush that we saw. So I noticed that we had a couple of lows here, low at 23, low at 21, and then now we're sitting at a low of 21 cents again this week. I'm building my position around 21 cents. And I will bail out if I see it start to break down, because I know it will head back down and test this kind of 16-cent support level, because we have nothing in between 16 cents and 21 cents. Well, we do over here, we have 20 cents, so nothing really in between 16 cents and 20 cents. So I'm going to kind of build here for a bit. I'd like to see it get up to, I've got a sell order in for 27 cents, but I think I'll take some profits up in around, we've got a high here of 24, and a high of 27 on these two candles. So I think if we can break the high of this 23, we'll start to see some upside through the next week or two. So yeah, I'm going to run that, I think, for a week or two. That's my trading plan for profit. My trading plan for a loss is anything under 20, I will be bailing out, and I'll take my quick loss instead of trying to hold on to it and wait for recovery off the dip. I do see some declining bear volume here, which Chartman Dan always points out. Always look for the declining bear volume and kind of see if the sell-off is ending. We're also sitting a little low here on the weekly RSI, so just kind of look at the 1 day daily chart and see what we get here. So didn't really draw any trend lines or anything like that because I couldn't really find anywhere to connect any dots. It was kind of all over the place. We were popping in, we were popping out, so just kind of watching this kind of flat top consolidation in between these levels, these 21, 22 levels. We haven't really hit much lower than that. So I will keep an eye on that. RSI is just still kind of that normal range on the lower side. So, there's some room for it to kind of curl up here. Maybe we can make a little entrance into 25. That's kind of where I'm watching. Like I said, I've got a sell in for 27. So, break of 27. But I would adjust that if I saw it coming up, take some profits. But if I see it hang around here at 21.5 again, 0.215, I might add another 2,000 shares. I'm sitting at 6,000 shares right now. Again, I'm building this position in my smaller TFSA account. So, like I said, I'm just going to play it out and kind of keep an eye on the levels. This is a bit of fundamental mixed with technical analysis. I have my support and resistance levels set. I have a profit target, general profit target range set, and I also have my bailout kind of set here at 20 cents. One thing I have been doing is I've been trying to buy on the ask and I've been trying to sell on the bid. I find for me it gets me in and out of a trade quicker. I know it's, and not only that, we get so caught up with holding on to 1 penny, right? We want 27, we want 27. Well, if it hits 27 and I see 26 on the bid, I'll probably jump out at 26 because it's a difference of 1 cent. Yeah, now, okay, granted, if I build a 10,000 share position, that's $100. It would be nice to get those profits, but at the same time, never lose sight of a $100 bill. And if I want from 0.215 to 27 cents or 26 cents, that's 5.5 cents. If I had a 10,000 share position, that would be $550, right? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for that, and that's what I've been training myself lately is when I see it on the ask and I know that it's a good price coming off a bounce of some, I'll just jump in on the ask and forfeit sitting on the bid and possibly missing the move. north. And it's actually been working out quite well for me to play that buy on the ask and sell on the bid. Obviously in momentum, if the momentum is really going hot, you can sell into the ask on the way up and get some more pennies. But you don't want to ever go to take profits and then put your sell in at the ask, and then you're sitting there waiting, and it starts to fall off. I had that with EMH last week. Out of the gate, it opened up at 131. And I saw some shares available to sell into on the bid, so I dumped into 130 on the bid right away, and the stock tanked right away. It didn't tank, but it went down to 126 right away, and then it came back up to 129, and then it closed at 121, 122 on the day. So I mean, if I put my sell order in at 131, I would have been at the back of the back of the list on the level 2. I would have missed my sell, and I would have sold for not as much profit or break even or even possibly a loss. I was in at 123 on the position, so it was nice to walk away with some profits on that, and especially after our overnight gap up hold, nice and successful after that MJ dump bounce. So again, have your plan, and you can adjust it a little bit, but try not to adjust it to be greedy. Adjust it to be smart, right? So if you see an opportunity where you are getting very close to your target zone, and it looks like it's crumbling down, it looks like momentum is fading, you have to make that split decision to break, kind of bail out. And I've been doing that lately. I guess you could say that's not sticking to your trading plan, but sometimes you have to read the charts, read the data as it's printing. And if you see it coming in and it's going to hit some major resistance and you're actually going to miss your sell, you're better off to just cut a couple of pennies out, leave a little bit on the table, and grab that piece of the pie and take those profits off the table. So that's all I got for what's going on right now in my trading plan, and I keep watching CHV tomorrow. I don't like to hold over the weekend, so I'm hoping to close this out by Friday, but I also am seeing a little bit of possibility for it to move over the next week or two. So I'm going to watch it here for the next couple of days, and if I see a chance to keep building some position, I might add a little bit more to it. If not, I might just take my profits and get out, because I'm just very impatient sometimes. But that's just me. If you got any questions about what I'm doing, or any questions about what I see in CHV, feel free to shoot me a line. I'll, of course, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Always open to suggestions, any feedback on the videos and stuff like that. All right, thanks guys, bye.